Good morning. Good morning. And good morning. I'm hoping that you can hear me. So, for those who may be with me here at the moment, could you please let me know if you can't hear me? I had my sister calling yesterday to let me know that the volume on the microphone was near non existent, that she didn't hear pretty much a lot of what I was saying. So I am aware of it. I'm just going to, can you hear me? Just in the comments there. That should probably go to the YouTube. This is going to my rosboundy YouTube, to my rosboundy Facebook page, the rosboundy Facebook profile, as well as my rosboundy LinkedIn and the Instagram. I am assuming that it is going live on Instagram. I'm just checking the feed there, and it looked like it is. Probably the best way to find that out is go to Facebook notifications on my iPad. So I'm just going to do that before I start off with the absolute with the reading. I'm Ross Boundy Psychic Medium, by the way, doing the daily Lenormand card spread reading. I think I forgot to mention that part. I'm just going to go to my Facebook here on the iPad because I have got it here. Just taking up the, happy birthday and many more to a friend. Lovely. It is saying I'm live. I'm just going to turn the volume up to see if it does, if I can hear myself. I'm just going to go birthday and many more to a friend. Lovely. It is saying I'm live. Yes, so I can hear that in the background, so that's all right. Good. We're here for the cards. So shall we go across to them? That might be the best option. So I'm going to take the solo off, organise our things here. So this one's going to hide and this one's going to go like that. So we've got the cards here. There we go. Now I am using the B.Live, so that's good. And we've got Fiona here. Yes, can you hear me? Good morning, Ros, girl in all around the globe, a good afternoon or a good evening, which does remind us we are global, and thank you so much for those gorgeous emojis, as you do. And Fiona is saying, yes, can hear you fine, girly. Thank you so much for that. Very pleased about that, and those cute little laughing emojis. Good, we're all set. Now, I'm just putting a spare microphone out of the way because I do have a spare just in case things didn't work. Should have tested it before, but I had a little sleep in, which was lovely. And how do I switch this around so that I get, that's the way I've done it. There we go. I'm just getting used to, again, the B.Live. I had a little issue with the destinations on Ecamm. I was only allowed 3. Here on B.Live, I can use 5 at the moment. And my system is coping very well with it from what I can see, which is good. Now, the cards. The only thing with this one is I cannot zoom in like I was able to with the Ecamm. Now, what I'm probably going to have a try, and I hope you can bear with me because sometimes I like to experiment, as you know, and get some buttons happening. So I'm going to get my Ecamm camera up, and I might be able to bring that in as the way that I'm doing this anyway, but through the B.Live. So you don't need to know the technical stuff. We'll just get moving on it. You can peruse what we have as the cards while that's coming into play. And going to have this particular screen showing shortly, I hope. Just waiting for Ecamm to pull up. The cards that we have today, it is still the Ciro Marchetti's Guild of Breviary Lenormand, the ones that I have through the weekday, expanded edition. These will probably wear out really thin before I go to replace them and use a different deck because I love them. They're so familiar to my hand, these ones, and it's absolutely lovely. I'm just going to do a quick little edit here on my Ecamm. And we'll get back to the description here of what is happening for our ECAM, for our spread. Hold on. Now, I am going to see if it works. Okay, I'm going to bring in the other camera before I start so that we've got the familiar aspect of being able to zoom in, because I really do like the zooming in. So I think that's where I'm going to, you'll see a couple of screens the same. Okay, is that coming up? Yes, I'm going to hide this one, and it should bring that one up, which is in reverse. Let me just do the mirror thing on this one. I don't need it mirrored. And here we go. Be Live has got some lovely different settings here, which is good. Let's see if that goes that way. Yes. Now, I do end up being on there. Now, I don't want that, do I? So I don't need me in it. So I'm just trying to find the one setting. I love how you each do. You do tolerate my button pressing. There, we've got it. Good. So it's back to what feels like a little bit more normal with our eCam camera and the way that it looks. So cool. I've got the right setup that I'm happy with. Are you happy with it? Do you still hear me? Do you hear me properly without an echo? Let me just check on my iPad. That's a quick way of checking it, isn't it? And yes. Yep, goody goody. Here we go. Yay, I'm back to normal. Okay, let me get back to what we can hear. So there was Fiona, and Fiona was saying, yes, you are echoing, but I don't think I am now on my, I was at that instance. I don't think I am now on, or am I? Let me have a look. That's a hide, show in stream. It shouldn't be. Da 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 da. But that one should be off. Can you hear me still? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me still? I'm just checking on one of the settings that is still there. I just need to know that, yes, you can hear me still. Because I think what I've done is clicked off a microphone. No, it's still giving me the clicks in the background. One of the settings that is still there. I just need to know that, yes, you can hear me still. Right, and that was me. Yeah, look, I can hear me without an echo. Okay. Ah, goodness. Now, let's get back to it. This should be okay. Now, I'm not sure how much of me you're getting there. I'm just going to put that down and see where this sits when I do that. Okay, because I've got a slight on the Be Live screen. It's just a slight different aspect, and that's okay. Okay, right, good. Now, can hear me fine. Right, let's go. Can hear me fine. There was Fiona's. Okay. You're echoing. Morning all from Corinna. We're starting from the start, as if, almost. And for those who are watching in replay, when you go to watch it, skip this part. Go to about the, I'd say about the 10-minute mark. Goodness, it has taken a while, hasn't it? And Sharon, Sandra and I was on your profile but didn't see any comments. Hi all from Sharon. Yeah, look, I'm not sure how Be Live comes in. Echo gone. Yeah, that's because I'm on the single screen now. So it's all good. It's better now, I think, anybody else. Yeah, from Fiona. And Fiona saying good morning to Sharon. That's lovely. And yeah, so Corinna, you picked it. All good now without the second screen, Ros screen on. Yep, exactly. Right, great. And Shaz, you're saying hi to Fiona. Yes, can hear me. And we've got Christy from Canada. Hi, Christy. Lovely to be global. There's the proof. I bet it's starting to get a bit warmer there, which would be lovely because you're heading into your spring, aren't you? Spring, summer coming up, or you're in spring and your summer's coming up soon, so that's great. And Christy's saying hi, hey to Fiona. So great. Thanks, Christy. Now let's get into the reading. So what we've got, it is, I said that one about the card deck. So what we've got is the lilies in the home space, card number 30. We've got the bridges card, which is card 38 in our theme area. And this is one of those that's part of the expanded edition. And so is the masks. So that is card 40, and that's in our workspace, another of the expanded edition area of these cards. Now, I do use the 3 card reading because it's easier, and it usually I can fit these readings then in about the, well, 15 minutes. I know I've gone already to 11 minutes and we haven't really even started the reading, but that's what we get sometimes with, because I was setting up a slightly different way of doing it, back to an original way I was actually doing it with the Ecamm camera only, coming into the scenario of how I do this. And yes, it's spring there, Christy's saying. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, did I not take down a comment? Hey, Ros, yes, it's spring. Whoops. BeLive doesn't drop them automatically. I'm so used to the Ecamm. And Fiona's saying hi to Christy as well, so great. Now, here is our wisdom card. It does show up a little clearer with this way of setting it up. You've escaped the cage. Your wings are stretched out. Now fly. And that's a gorgeous Rumi quote. I love the Rumi quotes. They're really, well, like our wisdom. They are wisdoms. So there we go with that for this morning. Now, excuse me. I seem to have a froggy in the throat. Now, Fiona, can I ask you to do the numbers again? You missed them. I can't see them properly. I'm just about to go in and zoom on the numbers. So, on the cards, sorry, not the numbers. So let's get them central. You should be able to see them a lot more clearly now. But what we have is the theme card is 38. As the bridges, we have Lily's card 30 in our home space and King of Spades relative to the regular playing decks. And that's the only one with that, because card 40 in our workspace, the masks, is another of the expanded, which don't have the correlations with a playing deck. Okay, so there we are with that. Oh, did I? No, I don't need to show that. So I've done that. And Christy, hey Fiona, glad to be here. Love Roz's readings, and it's so lovely to have everyone here. Thank you for bearing with me with that slight little setup. That I should have done before I got on. But, you know, time was ticking away, and I don't want to be too much past the 8 o'clock, or, it's going to be in between the 8 and the 9s as much as I can be. Right, so let's start. Card 38 as one of the expanded edition areas. This is our theme for the day today. We've got bridges, so we are going to be crossing them or not. It is your choice. This card is about the choices that we've got, and we can take our time to contemplate. I figure that with this stretch of challenge that we've made to get here with these bridges, they really do look like those fantasy land style of, the effort that it takes, the magical realm that it seems to be sitting in with this card, and correlating to fear and overcoming fear and all of that. Because for me, these types of heights would be shit in the pants stuff. Okay, I would really be freaking out, and that's why with this particular card, it really brings forward for me that you can take the time, you can hang on to the guardrails, you can really spend a bit of time to decide, shit, do I go back or do I move forward? That's what it feels like. And I don't know whether you can see through to the other side, whether you can see that there is another bridge. If you fail to go across this one, there's still a possibility of being able to cross later. How much more of a challenge that would be? It looks a lot higher up. It looks like that challenge is going to be a lot more in the work aspect of getting there. but it still does give the option of choice. It isn't the choices card like we have with the single stairway going up to the division of the day or night, make a choice. This is taking the time to cross the bridge. So, whatever it is that's happening in your life through the day today, take it as that is giving you the moments that you need, whether you need to just do it all in one hit and get across that bridge, or whether you need to have that space and time to contemplate, to have a look at the absolute magnificent view this must be without the fear of anything else happening in that time. I'm feeling that it is a safe space. It's a safe crossing, but we need to make that choice and see it fearlessly so that we can take those steps and we're moving forward in whatever way that means for you. Okay, so that's what the bridges means for me. I'm just going to check the numbers because I can see that Fiona has done them. I'll show them on the screen now. So here we have, does it show them all? We've got the day number of a 1, and all of the numbers that are on the cards are adding to a 3, as you can see there. Does it show up fully? No, it doesn't in this. Oh, that's a shame. So you'll have to go to my page to see the numbers, or I'm sure that Fiona will probably put that on the rosboundy profile as well. Um, I might try to figure out some sort of a way to get that showing as a little screenshot or something in the others, because I do absolutely value that numerology that Fiona puts in for us from her own choice. I haven't asked her, and it's lovely to have that reference. So thank you. And Sandra, are you going to do some editing and formatting of your book? Yay! Writing. That's wonderful. Wonderful to see that. Thank you for sharing that. So there you go. There's some form of, the choices that we have to make, even in creating words for a book. They do need editing and formatting and all of that sort of stuff. It's fun stuff too, because I like doing that. That's why it's not why I am, but I'm really enjoying the process of writing myself. So I understand that, Sandra. Lovely. Now, with the lilies in the home space, lilies do reflect back to, we've got these live, vibrant lilies in front of what is a stained glass window. It is bringing that sort of a calming effect. It's lilies grow in water, so we've got that little bit more of the emotional relationship type of an aspect happening with that energy today. And it does reflect back a bit to what is our lineage, the ancestors of who we are. It does, we look at cards from our own singular aspect and how we fit, how we live, how we are. It is the I am of life from our own context and how we are learning and growing in our discovery of our own journey in life. So it's come from what is our ancestral genetic lineage as much as it has too from past life influence and where we are right now today. So it's giving us that gentle nudge and reminder that we are the connection of that is past and where we've come from to where we are right now. So that it's all of that is correlating to what is relevant for us for our now moments, so that we are being more present in what we have gathered in that learning to what we're going to be using to move across whatever events we've got happening today. Okay, so trust that is within you already, that our life experiences really have brought us to be where we are in that special way, and how beautifully it does that with this gorgeous stained glass window in the background. It's not all completely perfectly an absolute copy of what these live lilies are in the front. If you notice some of the details, they are a mirror image, but others are not. So we are continually growing with new energies, with new growth and surprises. So move across with confidence, cross that bridge, and even in the workspace, we're going to have some surprises. Okay, now I'm just going to see if there's any other comments. No, there's not, so I'll continue. So as we move, continuing to move forward in our workspace, it's going to show us the different faces of whatever mask. Are we wearing a mask? Are we needing to take it down, or are we needing to just feel that presence of being protected and having that is our, that particular um, face on for the particular part of what we're working at today. It's almost like wearing a different hat. We take a different hat off in our home space when we're taxiing our kids, or when we're looking after a scraped knee or something like a nurse does. The many different roles, or we're checking out what we've got in our shopping basket and calculating in our heads, little mini accountants, whatever it is that we're working through here with the different masks on, with the different hats, with the different purposes. So we're given many different aspects that we could possibly choose from at work today. So, we've got the sun there, that's the masculine, we've got the moon there, that's the feminine. We're facing what is front on with that third eye and the connection with our star chakras and whatever else your system of understanding and belief is in your connection with how you're doing your work. It could be fully, totally practical, or you could live in the woo woo land. We are each different, as you know, and as I've been encouraging you to be the unique you that you are. This for me is something that is a little more playful, because the masks are like those, in the movies where we get shown the old masquerade balls and things where they put the fancy little opera style masking on over the faces to be revealed later. Make it a little bit more playful if that's what you're feeling for your day today and the energy that you've got surrounding you. Or it could be that you are feeling more vulnerable and a little fearful. Fear really is only, a lacking of trust and in yourself, and that is, as it is meant to be. Trust that what is within you can be revealed, and you can lower your mask and be fully in the present moment as you are, and standing in your power, in your energies, in that is completely the I am, okay, and connected with the cosmic realm. That's what I'm feeling through all of this. It really is being able to, well, cross your bridges. It's being able to be in yourself that is confident. I know for some people it is difficult, but you've got the chance, opportunities to rest whenever you need to, and still stand grounded and firm in who you are. I really am getting that sense of the I am today. So I am strong and confident and can do anything I set my mind to. I am the experiences in life that I have had in my past to where I am now, creating that is the next step, the next growth spurt, for instance, of who you are, that you can continue to cross these bridges in full confidence and trust in self. Okay, that's what I'm getting from all of that today. Now I've got to go back to, let me see. Whoops, going back to. Oh, hang on. I've got a button that I need to reveal again. I put my Be Live up too far, and going back to just me. Yes, there we go. Using the eCam. Thank you so much for being here. I really think sometimes it can be a little challenging, and thank you, Christy. Amazing. Thank you, Ross. Thank you for that. Um, I really appreciate that you do allow me to do some of this button pushing, pressing, and all the rest of it as I'm live. We stand from where we are in these moments of our particular part. We stand in our present moments fully as we are, and that's how I do it. I don't put on a face or professional look or anything, because I think I just love this chatting with you and being able to interact in this way. I love these, the sayings that are there. So Sandra's saying, today you've given us some pearls of wisdom. Most days you do, but today seems special. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, Sandra. I do value that feedback. Thank you. Every day we just have things that show up differently for us, and we need to be aware that it's going to be different every day. And it's like an adventure. Start our days with a new hat on. We don't wake up with a hat. We've rested through the night, and we wake up, um, anticipating what is the day going to bring for me today. Unless you really are super organized and like an automaton, which I don't think anybody is. We're real flesh and blood humans. So be the best that you can be, because we're all interacting with that effect of the drop in the ocean that then moves out. And butterfly effect. There's so many different labels and names for all of this. And I think that's the wonderful adventure of what life is. Who knows what's going to be our next little adventure, or it could be a big one. I think what we're getting is that lesson today really is trusting in ourselves and being able to cross those bridges, as far as sometimes it can be that is so scary. But take a lovely deep breath and have the confidence in your inner self that, hey, this is working. It is my path, and take those steps. Great. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow around about the same time. I'm hoping it is at the 8 o'clock. I'm still going to try and be the 8 o'clock. Look, if it shifts to 8:30, it's what it does. If it shifts to 7:30, it's what it does. It'll be anywhere between that sort of time. There is the thingy that does the little bells. If you see the bells or notifications, set them to on, even if sometimes Facebook doesn't show you. YouTube, it's there. Set some sort of timer for around that time if you're really wanting to be on the live bit, but it's always available and left there. In my opinion, from my aspect, it's left there for whatever time it allows. Facebook takes the videos off after 30 days now. YouTube, it is there. There is a playlist for the full year to date that is there. Have a look there at Psychic Ros. I think it's Psychic Ros on YouTube, or the Rosboundy. I'm still keeping them both active at the moment. Eventually, these psychic medium channel type readings will be only on the Psychic Ros. And I think I did put the the link to my Psychic Online, that Psychic Online, that is the website that you can go to. And it is, if you're wanting to go to the link directly to the reading, it's readings. So I'm just putting that up there, checking my spelling and posting that in there as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep being the best you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.